That's the great rock formation that looks like a giant hammer. Be careful. Vehicles are fast, but nothing can outrun Shai Hulud. You can only hope to get between safe areas more quickly. I'll see you soon.
The contracts have all been signed and certified, Captain, and your advance has been passed on through Chone channels. This operation is costing me a fortune, so I expect quick results. My agents have located the hideout of the Kirab who hijacked our water transport. Your force is to punish the bandits and recover what water you can. Remember, any necessary correspondence is to come directly to me, not anyone else of the Guild.
Dr. Verde was right. There is water here. The problem isn't finding it. It's keeping it. Our very first bore turned up water aplenty. It was deep, but we initiated a strong flow. We haven't finished patting each other on the back when the flow trickled out. The same with our second bore, and our third, and almost a dozen others. Always the same. A strong flow that quickly dries up. None of the big brains seems to have an answer for it. Dr. McCain wants to investigate that oily residue that keeps coming up on the equipment. She thinks it might be organic in nature. Could that somehow be the problem?
Reveal yourself.
I require backup.
There's someone here. Enemy sighted.
Beware, Lazaro. There is trouble. As you instructed, I went to Mirzabad to spread the word of our water for sale. But while there, I learned that agents of the water shippers have been offering hefty rewards for anyone who can provide information about their stolen shipments. We must prepare.
Hey, Captain. I know a fellow who's a grunt for the Watershippers Guild, and he told me something you might want to know. That guild exec that hired us, Oren Razin? Well, it seems he has been trying to impress his bosses by reducing expenses. Only one of the ways he tried to save money was by cutting back on security for his ice shipments. The Kirov probably wouldn't have been able to hijack that shipment if it had the required number of guards. And now, Razin is desperate to try and fix things before the hammer falls. Thought this info might be useful if we want to try to screw some extra money out of him.
Welcome, visitor, to Imperial Desert Testing Station number 197. I am Station Supervisor Janice Braun of the Imperial Engineering Corps. Yes, this lab has the unique distinction of being headed by an engineer rather than a scientist. Although there are geologists and hydrologists aplenty on our team, our mission requires engineering expertise above all. The mission is simple. Find Dune's water. Our scientific colleagues assure us that conditions are right for the presence of a large aquifer on this planet. Our mission will be to drill deep until we find it.
together. We will prevail.
Thank you, Captain Amstrad, for sharing your perspective with us today. Your words remind us of the strength and resilience of House Atreides. That concludes our interview with Captain Marcus Amstrad. As we continue to navigate the complexities of this conflict, let us honor the bravery and sacrifices of our soldiers and strive to uphold the values that define House Atreides. Join us next time for another episode of Through Their Eyes.
You have listened to another episode of Through Their Eyes, first-hand accounts from the front lines, presented by your host, Redondo Monroe.
Dune, the battle for Arrakis.
This is Tolliver Cam, your faithful Communinet crier, spreading the word of the Duke and reminding you that hope is not weakness. Real strength is acknowledging that it's okay to strive for and even expect a better day. We've got to approach every fresh sunrise as an opportunity to renew our bonds and strengthen our commitment to a brighter future. A future governed by hope and not fear. This is Tolliver Cam from the heart of Arrakeen, guiding you through your day.
View from a mountaintop. The song of the sea. Our faithful brother, that ever-present roar, companion to those dreamers of jagged peaks of long ago. Eyes towards the distant stars. Visions not of glory, but of light and hope across the darkest voids. Now, beneath an empty sky, our banners gloriously fly. Dreams fulfilled, lost.
light and hope consumed by darkness deeper than was known. And lost as well in desert, empty as can be. The song of that faraway sea.
You keep coming back. Indeed. I hope you have... You keep coming back like this. I'll have... The Padishah Emperor, in his infinite wisdom, has blessed us with a cohort of his most efficient and ruthless Imperial Sadukar. They use Chom mercs for the hunting mostly. I suspect the real Sadukar are looking for Fremen and that bastard Zantara. Have you been living under a rock? Zantara is a terrorist scum of the highest order. What's on your mind?
And now, the inaugural episode of a brand new series. It's The Young Guardians.
Gather round, fair listeners, as we join our story on the eve of destiny for 3 young lives. 3 faithful aspirants to Duke Leto Atreides' fabled House Guard prepare for their final test at the War Gymnasium. A test that will challenge their training, their courage, and define their future as defenders of House Atreides. Our story begins on the Armatura Green at the Cala City campus of the Atreides War Gym. It is here where the finest young aspirants are honed into noble House troops.
Shields up! Shields up! The honor of House Atreides rests on your shoulders! Defend yourself! You can't serve the Duke if you're gay!
Among the recruits, 3 stand out. Taran, a farmer's son with unyielding determination. Lyra, a skilled sharpshooter born into poverty. And Amon, a 5th-born Atreides cousin, striving to exceed all the expectations that come with his name.
Won't let you down, Lyra. Trained too hard to fail now.
Keep your focus, Taran. We'll get through this together.
Come on now. We've got a real chance to graduate top of class.
But Taran, Lyra, and Amon are not the only ones vying for the top spot. Another group of cadets, led by the arrogant and cunning Aiden, has been their main competition and antagonists throughout their time at the War Gym.
Well, if it isn't the Golden Boy and his peon patrol. Tell me, Amon, how does it feel to coast on your family name?
Shut up, Aiden. You've earned this place just like everyone else.
Oh, Lyra, you're still here? I guess your folks found someone else to milk the goats. Not worth it, Lyra. Focus on the test. We'll show them how we're made.
As the aspirants ready themselves for graduation, only the final test stands in their way. A grueling 2-day endurance race to the summit of Mount Sayubi, known as the Peak of Valor Challenge. Ancient tradition states that the aspirant team planting their flag atop the summit first will be named top of class.
Come on, keep it up! We're almost there. Just a little bit further.
Watch out for that loose rock!
As Taran and team near the summit, Lyra's footing gives way, and she slides roughly to a ledge below.
Yeah. Go on without me. Plant the bloody flag.
Not happening, Lyra. Atreides leave no man behind. Hang on, Lyra. We're coming.
Meanwhile, Aiden and his group are hot on their heels and seize the opportunity to rush to the summit.
Come on, you maggots. Dig deeper than you ever have before. We're almost there. Yes! Did it! I told you those losers didn't stand a chance.
Thank you, guys. I'm sorry I slowed us down.
Don't worry about it. We're a team, remember?
Despite their best efforts, Taran, Amon, and Lyra finished second in the challenge.
We may not be top of class, but we did right by our friend. Nothing will diminish that.
The day before graduation, Taran and Lyra ventured into the lecture hall to return a borrowed tome when something strange caught their eye.
It's strange. The light's on in the Commandant's office.
Look, we just saw the Commandant on the green.
Then, who's in there?
Aiden, what are you doing here?
None of your business, peons. I was just leaving anyway.
But Taran had noticed that Aiden slid something under his shirt.
The Commandant's coat, look.
What about him?
Aiden just put it under his shirt.
We have to tell Evan.
Amon, you don't believe what Lyra and I just saw.
Aiden is a thief. He stole the Commandant's code book from his office.
My older brother quizzed me before. I thought it was nonsense at the time. He was asking about a possible Hartman infiltrator in our aspirant class. Thought he was just giving me a hard time, but yes, Aiden is the infiltrator. He must be.
Well, what are we going to do about it?
Leave that to me.
Aspirant Aiden, you and your group are hereby charged with espionage and treason against House Atreides.
Engineer Tessa Lim had a combative relationship with her crew chief and wanted him out of the way. But I knew there had to be more to it. And to discover what that was, I would have to go to the source. Thank you for cooperating, Tessa.
Oh, what choice do I have?
None. Tell me about Thorn.
Thorn was a special kind of incompetent. The dangerous kind. In spite of what you think, it wasn't personal. His bad decisions put our lives at risk.
He was well regarded by the crew.
Big whoop. So he was popular. Doesn't mean he was good at his job.
How does Rico fit into it?
I never told Rico to steal anything. But I knew Thorn was receiving those messages on the down low. And when Rico came back with his face punched in, maybe I put the idea in his head.
To steal the message.
Yeah, but if anyone needs to be investigated here, it's Lena Orlov. Hart and Thorn had something going on.
Interesting. I've heard from others that you and Thorn had something going on.
Don't make me throw up. Jarek Thorn makes the Harkonnen look attractive by comparison.
Tell me about Orlov.
To start with, Rico sleeps in a bunk. Thorn has a cabin with a door.
So,
unless Orlov can see through wood, how could she know that Rico was in Thorn's quarters that night? She must have been there, right? Inside Thorn's cabin. How else could she have such intimate knowledge of his thoughts and plans?
The accusations were flying fast and loose. Tensions were running high. As I wrapped up the interview with Tessa, she dropped another bombshell.
Rico was supposed to be in the sugar wire shack alone that night. Where was Jeb, our trusted operator?
Was Sugarwire operator Jeb really up to at the time of the murder? The truth is out there, dear listener, buried in the sands of fate. Join us again next time as we uncover more secrets and lies on Death on the Titan.
This is Harvester Radio, the voice of the Spice Miners Guild, broadcasting from Hephiston Depository at frequency 732.4 on your local Communinet dial.
It's the Grabbin' Gang, presented by the Imperial Scenarist Guild and Linder and Gold Coffee. Wake up with Linder and Gold. We put the spice in it for you.
The Grabbin' Gang was recorded before a live studio audience.
Another day.
there goes Frank flying by. Hello.
Hey there, neighbor! How do you like my new router? Yeah, I built it myself!
Oi, you okay, Frank?
There's the French move.
Yeah, not to worry, love. He missed our property entirely. Oh, there you are.
Rabbit life isn't for the faint of heart, but at least we keep it interesting.
Now, if I could just get this old water recycler working. Don't you listen to her, Betty.
Who's Betty?
The water recycler, of course.
At least we know who we're burying when she conks out for the last time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, almost got it. She just needs a little coaxing, and she'll start purring.
R.I.P. Betty. Gone, but not forgotten. Maybe you should get Frank to help.
Do you remember the last time we got Frank to help? You were visiting your sister and Depot 12 got popped with that surprise inspection, yeah? Oh, you don't remember? The maid said my hair was 3 centimeters of a gilled rex.
Oh, now I remember. You were kind of shaggy, Doug.
I had no choice. I needed it cut.
And I told you to wait until I got home. I don't know why you would ever go to Frank.
I look like a bloody arguing for weeks, love.
Mom, Dad, can you guys keep it down? I'm trying to hear my Communinet shows. Hey, Junie, hun. Maybe you can do that outside and keep an ear open for one time.
You know, sandworm activities up
It's hard to get the shield yellow in one day. And it took you 6 months to build a shed.
Don't you compare me to that outlaw.
No, trust me. I've seen his holo. You don't compare at all.
Oi, now, that's seditious talk, that is. He's an enemy of the Imperium.
Oh, that sounds like a good game for frisky time. Enemy of the Imperium. Oh. Ew, you two are gross.
What? You're gross.
Dove.
What? Have you seen her bedroom? Or, and I dare you, have you smelled it?
Where's your mother? Teaching this thing some manners.
You're stray-backed.
Oh, well, that one had spook. I like it. Why do we have to live with the worms? I can take anything, Arrakis, but enough with the worms already.
Look, you heard what the science man said about our grabbing, yeah? To the worms, we're like a highway through the rocks. But he also said they come through so fast, they don't even notice us.
We should charge them a toll. 5 Solari per trip.
Then we could finally get a new ground car. Hey?
And I wouldn't have to run so fast between rock islands. Speaking of which, it's off to the trade post. So big news from Guild Authority. They're sending a new security inspector to check on Depot 12.
Oh, another one? Well, didn't we have a security inspection last month?
We did, but that one needed some time off after his visit.
Time off? Must be nice.
I'm not sure how nice it is. The Guild Medicant gave him 3 weeks in a tranquility pod.
A tranquility pod?
Isn't that where they put the crazies?
Sounds perfect for you two.
Well, couldn't be worse than visiting your sister in Winsay.
Anyhow, this new inspector is supposed to be a real hard nose. Name's Inspector Ricks.
Ooh, I knew a Ricks once. He had a big one.
What? That's disgusting, Mum.
Oh, you know what I mean, right?
Yes, Mother, we all know.
It rhymes with Ricks.
We get it, Mum.
Face it, Dove, Depot 12 isn't exactly known for having the tightest security system.
Now, don't talk about old Gus that way.
Who's old Gus?
He's, security system. And he is just fine as long as he, doesn't drink hot Kool-Aid milk.
What happens when he drinks hot Kool-Aid milk?
The same thing that happens to anyone who drinks hot Kool-Aid milk.
He locks himself in the toilet for 30 minutes?
No, he falls asleep, of course.
That's much better. Depot 12 had 3 censures in the last quarter, Dove. The Spice Miners Guild is going to shut us down.
Well, not if I can help it.
Me and Frank are going to come up with a plan to make Depot 12 the most secure spice depot on Arrakis.
Relax, Dove. I've got us covered.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Hey, don't mind until you hear the plan, buddy boy. I rigged together a special security apparatus.
Frank, my dear, you are still picking bits of your last apparatus from your arse.
Don't remind me. Yeah, trust me, buddy. This one is foolproof. My best invention yet.
And that is what I'm afraid of.
Good morning, Depot 12. I'm here to conduct a thorough inspection of your current security initiatives. This sector is one of the worst in the Imperial Basin.
You blame the Kira for that, Inspector.
I'll decide where the blame goes, Dune man. Now, show me your security.
Very good, Inspector. Thank you.
Oh, that's my cue. Automaton awaken!
What am I looking at?
My new sentry automaton. I named him Gary. He's scanning for intruders now. Is he? Don't worry. It's all clockwork. No Valerian proscription broken here.
Frank, you must think we are the intruders, eh?
Oh, that's not good.
What do you mean that's not good, Frank?
I mean, maybe it's not.
Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna need another inspector.
I got this one in my head.
man Keith Villari. All guild brothers know about the danger of entanglement in harvesters. But what about the cost and equipment downtime? Each moving part must be carefully sanitized of blood, bone, and other viscera, costing your guild greatly in lost time and efficiency. Be profitable. Be safe.
The Combined Hunted Communinet Theatre presents an Arakin Playhouse production of
What is the purpose of thought? Ibn Kirtaiba. Speak. Our God gave us the gift of thought, and the words of the Kitab al-Ibar. Knowledge without action is empty. Our wanderings brought us to Rome. We were persecuted. Our families burned in the fires of their ignorance. We learned the cost of evil. Never to forgive, never to forget. Some were sent to work in mines. The tunnels were the work made them more so. We learned the cost of action, never to forgive. It was on Rosak that the Sayadina created the poison drug. Words became memories. Through thought and action combined, we learned. The weight of a kindly God is a fearful thing. Did not God give us Shaitan to force action? And where does action lead? Ibn Kirtaiba. Thought and action lead to creation. What is the purpose of thought? To honor the Creator. What is the purpose of thought? To honor the Creator. Remember Rosak. Bila Kaifa.
Eva, come. Have some food. Do you hear me? Eva. Eva. What is it?
Arek is dead.
What?
He's dead. They took him away. I saw him die.
What happened?
The laser auger went out of phase. The beam splitter vaporized almost instantly. The whole charge vented onto Arek. He was literally cooked alive. I'll never forget the smell. And the screaming.
He suffered.
Badly, I think.
And you are just home now. How could you work after this? Did they not shut down the shop?
No.
Sergeant Eric Thorne, a highly trained member of the elite strike force known as Gurney's Own, was part of that operation.
Another sleepless night. The sound of the wind reminds me of the distant echoes of battle. I can't help but think of my son, out there in the desert, fighting for our beloved Duke. I've heard rumors that Eric was involved in the incursion at Three Rock Station, and that the...
No, not lost, sir. She's dead.
Tragic. Truly tragic. But they say the desert calls the weak.
My God, man, she was one of yours. Cousin, even.
I am in deep mourning, sir. Rumors of disloyalty buzzed around her like blowflies, but now, who's to say? Certainly not her.
My one pleasure in this hell is knowing that you're trapped here with me.
A momentary setback, I assure you.
Even your Harkonnen masters find you insufferable, Maxim. You're down here forever.
Tell me, dear Anton, what's it like being the handkerchief your superiors use to wipe the gore off Shining Atreides' honor?
Let's settle this.
Gladly.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
By the laws of Canley.
My dear friends, it's hard to keep faith when you see so much death. The Harkonnens are brutal and show no mercy, Mother. They burned our wounded alive. I've seen them torture our captives in ways I can hardly describe. But I remember what you always said about our duty to the Duke, about honor and courage. I try to live by those words, even when everything seems lost.
As the confrontations along the demarcation lines grew fiercer, Gurney's Own succeeded in breaking the Harkonnen supply lines, but in many of the missions, they suffered heavy casualties.
News has reached us of another successful operation. But Arek's last letter spoke of horrors I can barely fathom. I am hoping now, beyond hope, that his unit will be given reprieve, and that my son will be returned to me.
But destiny willed it otherwise, and Gurney's Own were deployed once again to undermine Harkonnen positions near the shield wall. From the mission camp, Eric writes,
Dear Mother, I don't know when I'll be able
Do
to
you
write
aspire to contribute to something? I am Anton Tolliver. I serve proudly as a soldier for House Atreides. However, my superiors deem me useful for more subtle operations. That we are. If you're interested, I'm just the man to talk to. My house seeks assets in this wretched war of assassins. Trust is not an easy thing in a war of assassins. But I have a task that needs doing. Complete it, and we can discuss our future association. One of our undercover agents went missing. I fear Maxim is on to him. Bring me him or information on what became of him. Find the agent. Details are in this contract.
Reminds us of the ultimate sacrifice made by so many.
Arik is missing. My son, my brave boy, lost to this endless war. I am proud of him, of his courage, and
Well,
his...
you pardon me. It seems you can brazen and eager. You see, my last the Atreides age. Perhaps Anton would find information.
Is the... And the... When the endless sands of Arrakis swallow our children whole.
Fiona Thorne's sacrifice is a testament to the strength and resilience of House Atreides. Let us honor her and all those who endure the trials of this war, as we strive for a future where their sacrifices are not in vain.
You have listened to another episode of Through Their Eyes, first-hand accounts from the front lines, presented by your host, Redondo Monroe. And now, we journey to the front lines with another episode of The Young Guardians, as we follow 3 young cadets on their journeys to glory. And now, The Young Guardians continues, a captivating saga of bravery, loyalty, and sacrifice.
When we last left our 3 young House Atreides aspirants, they had received their orders to join the War of Assassins on Arrakis. After crossing the known universe on a guild highliner, our heroes are briefed on what awaits them in the desert sands below.
Now, you are sick of the planet's surface as you would any environment hostile to human life. Because make no mistake, troopers, while you're there, while there's oxygen to breathe and the atmosphere won't kill you outright, everything else will. Your destination is Helios Gate, a Bastion-class fortress overlooking the northern frontier. You'll be reinforcing 3 Company of the 5th Rapid Deployment Cohort. Captain Amstrad and the Fighting 5th have repelled no less than 23 direct enemy actions in the last standard quarter. That means you'll be relieving some tired and haggard troops. And, just remember why you're here and who you're fighting for. That's right, for the Duke.
As our 3 young guardians cross the gangway to their dropship, certain nerves and anxieties come boiling to the surface.
Taryn, are you okay?
Whoa, you just missed a trooper on the lower gangway. You didn't even notice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, I think that slig chowder isn't sitting too well.
It's okay to be nervous, Taryn. I'm bloody terrified. Although I'm not sure if I'm more afraid of the Harkonnen or the planet itself.
Both are horrible. But my greatest fear is failure. Letting my family down. It's hogwash. You've already lived up to your family name.
We were top of our class at the war gym. Our names are inscribed on the Great Pillar.
After Aiden and his crew were disqualified and summarily executed. But I have so much pressure on me to perform. You peons can't possibly understand what it's like to be non-familiar. To live under a microscope. 1,000 rules for every little thing. Sometimes I'm jealous of the freedom you guys have.
Freedom to toil for every waking hour.
Or freedom to starve when the crop yield is low.
What about freedom to be beaten if we bump into one of our betters?
You know what I mean. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just worried about our deployment. Worried about what? My brother says Helios Gate is outdated, of limited strategic value.
So?
Well, you heard the commander. 23 direct enemy actions in the last standard quarter. Is it really worth the risk? I thought you wanted to prove yourself, Golden Boy.
Life must be so hard as a noble.
Okay. I'm an ass. Lay off me. Look, we just need to stick together and remember our training.
And who knows? These things ebb and flow. We may not even see any action for quite some time.
As their dropship navigated the flak-filled descent corridor, our 3 guardians could see the action unfolding below.
Get up, that's the Dune! We are coming in hot! We are entering a live combat zone! Do not, repeat, do not linger at the dropship once we are touched down! We need marksmen to observation decks, and the rest of you, reinforcing access points. Helios Gate must hold.
Taryn, Lyra, and Amon are deployed to different positions around the Helios Gate fortress. Taryn is stationed at the main gate, ready to repel all comers, while Lyra is perched on an observation deck with scope and las rifle.
They're trying to cut the gate solenoids. We need a marksman tasked on the front gate.
I got you, trooper.